How's it going, everybody? I am out here at Highland Memory Gardens that is located in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And today we're going to check out a few famous burials that are located in Lake Charles.
I'm also going to take you to the location where Dolly Parton recorded her first ever single, visit a famous wrestler, and a few other gravesite stories along the way. This is a very beautiful cemetery. I'm at Highland Memory Gardens Cemetery that is in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And I'm here to pay my respect to two famous people who are from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm gonna walk up this ramp. A very well-known musician. Chavis, here we go. Boozoo. This is Wilson Boozoo Chavis, born in Lake Charles, Louisiana. He played in a band called The Magic Sounds and wrote songs like Paper in My Shoe, Dog Hill, Uncle Bud, Louisiana Blues, and a whole lot more. I highly recommend checking out his music. By the way, he was one of the pioneers of Zydeco, the fusion of Louisiana Creole and blues music developed in southwest Louisiana. Sadly, his life came to an end at the age of 70 years old. He died in Austin, Texas, of complications of a heart attack. If you want to learn more about Mr. Boozoo, I'll leave his Find a Grave and other pages about his life in the video description down below. So you just saw Boozoo's gravesite, and now we're heading over to the Morrow man's gravesite, which is literally right across the road from Boozoo. Wayne McLaren, Lawrence Gilbert McLaren Jr., September 12th, 1940 to July 22nd, 1992. He was also known as the Marlboro Man. He appeared in ads for cigarettes as the Marlboro Man. He was an actor, a model, and a rodeo performer. Sadly, his life was cut short due to smoking tobacco for 30 years. He died from lung cancer. He helped start the Truth Movement, where he did anti-smoking campaign. Lawrence Gilbert McLaren Jr.'s last words were, "Take care of the children, and tobacco will kill you." I am living proof of that. Now you got the Marlboro Man right here. This is his mother, and that is his father over there. November 13, 1916. Miss Mac, all the way to February 3rd, 2010. Louis A. McLaren. And then here's the father, born September 28, 1916, all the way to October 11th, 1970. Lawrence Gilbert McLaren Sr. My next stop is at Mimosas Pines Cemetery in Sulphur, Louisiana, which is about 15 minutes from Lake Charles. I'm here to visit a professional wrestler, Michael Lynn Durham, better known as Johnny Grudge. He was in WWF and WCW. He was one part of a wrestling tag team known as Public Enemy. Johnny Grudge and Rocco Rock accumulated a total of 16 championships as a team in CWA, ECW, IPW, MCW, and TCW. He was born in Sulphur, Louisiana, and died in Fayette County, Georgia. So over here, she's looking up how McLaren Durham has passed away. And what does it say?
He passed away from complications of sleep apnea at a friend's residence in Tyrone.
If you want to come check this out for yourself, to pay your respects, right when you get to the entryway, those pillars and walls that you see right here in the middle of your screen, just drive down that road, take a left, come park right here on the edge of the road. Third grave over, right here. McLaren Durham. I am on the corner of Ryan and Church Street, and right behind me is a very interesting Louisiana plaque. Gold Band Studio. Gold Band Records was founded in 1945 by Eddie Schuler to record the music of his band, the All-Star Revelers, and later to record music created by other regional musicians. The record label was known for its Cajun, swamp pop, and rhythm and blues recordings beginning in the 40s. The Gold Band complex included the studio, production rooms, and the retail sale rooms. Recorded at this site were Boozoo Chavis, Paper in My Shoe, Phil Phillips, Sea of Love, and the first recordings of Dolly Parton. Others who recorded in the studio included artists Sidney Brown, Rockin' Sidney, Jonelle Sonier, and Freddie Fender. Changing taste in the music industry led to a decline in the fortunes of Gold Band. However, the company continues with an online sale present at the time of Schuler's death in 2005. Gold Band had distinction of being the longest established independent record label in America. The deteriorating Gold Band complex was demolished in 2017. I circled where the historical sign is at, and to the right were a few houses, and one of them was attached to the studio. And right here is all that remains of the studio. You can somewhat make out the tile on top.
She wrote Puppy Love with her uncle Bill Owens when she was 11 years old. Recorded Puppy Love here. So she wrote it when she was 11, but when she was 13, she recorded it here.
Just a whole bunch of history right here in this piece of property, or vacant land. Dolly Parton was one of them. So now I'm out here in Orange Grove Cemetery, and there's another person that I want to show you that's listed as famous Now, I did a story on this particular person, Anna B. McQuiston. She was the first, one and only lady to be executed in the state of Louisiana by electrocution, the electric chair. There's a story behind her, and I did a video. If you want to check out that video, it'll be at the end of the video, and it'll also be in the video description if you want to know a little bit more about the story right here. I came across this. There's a very sad story for Eugene right here. Eugene Malone Williams was pedaling his bicycle on 2100 block of South Street, and there were telephone workers working on installing telephone poles. And one of those telephone poles accidentally fell on Eugene while he was riding his bike, and it crushed his skull. Eugene was only 12 years old. The lady who is buried in this mausoleum, her name is Matilda Geddings Gray. She had 2 brothers, and she was unmarried when her father died in 1921, and she inherited everything from her parents. Her parents worked in the oil and timber industry, and let's just say they were very successful. Well, Matilda Geddings Gray became famous because she found the love for Fabergé items in 1933, especially Fabergé eggs. She made a fortune off them, and some of them are in a museum today. Just down the road from Orange Grove Cemetery was Matilda Geddings Gray Estate. A really beautiful home she had. I was wondering how much this place is listed for, and I came across $3.7 million. I'm not sure if that's accurate or what, but still, that's a pretty penny. If you want to know more about Matilda Geddings Gray, I'll leave her Find a Gray page in the video description. Lots of stories here to be told. And speaking of stories, I got one we're about to come up to. Now this guy, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce the name. Let you read it. Down here it says, "Rest in peace. Lost in Hurricane Audrey." Now as I pan the camera upwards, there's a photo of him. It's kind of old, you can't really see his face that well, but that's what's left of the photo. Across something very interesting. There is a stump at the very top of this monument, and right here it reads, "This memorial honors the deceased members whose graves could not be marked." It's just a big slab. Oh wow, that is a lot of names. Woodman of the World Regional Memorial. Wow. See 1950. Not exactly sure what. Oh, Texas, Arkansas, California. A lot of Texan. And then LA, Louisiana. Or Los Angeles, but I think it's Louisiana. Again, there's that big stump on the top of this memorial. It's really interesting.
I hope everybody enjoyed the video. If you want to check out my socials, they'll be in the video description down below. As always, I'll catch you in the next upload.